Let's continue with this tutorial. In the last lesson, we started the folding process. For this lesson, I have jumped ahead and completed that, but we still need to adjust a few things. The basic premise for folding is to find a happy medium with the soft selection tool, adjusting the fall-off radius and the fall-off curve, all at the same time rotating your panels 90 degrees. This is the end result of folding, adjusting, and matching up areas appropriately. We still have a few edges and verts to adjust, so let's fix those up now. Moving to the edge selection, let's select these, and this one here. And let's just move these faces out, away from the tuck panel here, the top tuck panel. You can use your X-ray to make sure that you have grabbed the entire edge loop, like so. And in my case, I have. Let's hit W and move those out. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Let's move to the verts and let's move those back into place. And these over here as well. That looks pretty good. Maybe we can adjust this edge here. Bring it more in the center. Trying not to move it on the y-axis. I'm going to undo that. Let's move it out and in. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Let's switch to the object mode and check the subdivisions. This looks pretty good. I see a few areas I would like to continue adjusting. I'm not crazy about the edge flow here. Let's grab this edge loop and move it slightly, something like that. And this one as well, up. Let's grab both of these and move them down. I like that a little bit better. And let's grab this vert here and here and in the center, and let's rotate around and grab the other two. Okay, that looks like a good selection. And let's move those something like that. Looks pretty good. Three to view the subdivisions, and that looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with how the folds are working. Maybe we could adjust this edge a little bit and bring it out, something like that. Always consider adjusting some of your edge loops to be in a more natural area, moving them up like something like this to give the effects of a true folding carton. Always makes for a good render. I'm just rotating around to find any areas that I may want to adjust. You can press 6 on your keyboard to view the texture, and we can get a good sense of how things look. I'm thinking everything looks pretty good. It's time to move on. Moving back to the shaded view. Let's add an edge loop here and another one here. That will hold the thickness of the folding carton or of the paperboard. We can close this out for now. We don't need the soft selection properties anymore or tools. And 3 on your keyboard to see how the edge loops affected the overall thickness, and I think that looks pretty good. I'm liking how the natural folds of everything and how everything is meeting up. Okay, let's save this and add our grid. Let's move this to the center. We could zero it out on the X and the Y, but I'm not positive where that's going to take us. Okay, let's do something different. Let's create or modify and select the center pivot, and we could move this to the center of the grid. Alright, that looks pretty good. And let's move this up, something like that. Let's delete the history and freeze transformations. That will zero everything out and have our scale 1:1. Double checked the naming and the naming looks good. Let's put this on its own layer. And name it FC underscore Osram. And you can turn the visibility on and off once you have it in a layer. Okay, I think we are done with this lesson. In the next lesson, we will go into modeling the light bulb, and that's it. I'll see you in the next lesson.